What's with babies?
I don't
just
know.
Ruining everything.
And hello everyone. Welcome back to the second episode of To Whom It May Concern podcast. We're super excited to be back here again. Thank you to everyone who listened to our first episode, and thank you again to everyone that has submitted stuff for us to talk about. Should we just jump right into it?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to talk about the first one?
Sure. Okay. So, I met this guy a few months ago. When we met, we both agreed that we didn't want a relationship. What?
Why are you facing away from me? I'm like talking to your back.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, I had to read it on my fucking computer. God damn.
Okay, continue.
Okay, so I met this guy a few months ago. When we met, we both agreed that we didn't want a relationship. I know he has been hurt in the past and has a lot going on, which is why he was hesitant at first. However, we started to feel a connection and got really close. It started as a hookup, but now we hang out multiple times a week, go on dates, and go on day trips to different cities. He admitted that he thought we had a spark and said that we could do other things than hooking up. We both confessed that we are rethinking the no relationship statement. We also agreed to be exclusive and not see other people. I am worried about getting my hopes up because I don't want to pressure him into a relationship and push his boundaries. But at the same time, I don't want to get hurt if he decides he doesn't want to be more than friends. How do I stop myself from getting emotionally invested in someone who doesn't know if they want a relationship? How long should I wait for him to make up his mind?
Okay, so you guys are exclusive.
Yeah, I was about to say this just sounds like a relationship.
Yeah, this sounds like a relationship, and it sounds like you're already emotionally invested, and I think it's a little bit too late to go back. But I think with that, there needs to be an official conversation of like, hey, I'm your girlfriend, you're my boyfriend, yada, yada, yada. Just to make sure that everyone is on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
So first off, yeah, a conversation needs to be had.
Yeah, so with the whole, like, how do I stop myself from getting emotionally invested in someone who doesn't know if they want a relationship? You can't stop yourself from feeling anything. The answer to that is you don't see him anymore if you truly want to stop becoming emotionally invested at this point.
Yeah. I mean, kind of like a situation that I've had in the past. I mean, whatever, I'm not going to get into the juicy details.
Why not?
But because, like, people listen, and I just don't want, like, I don't want my dirty laundry out on the air.
Other people, totally fine. Ours, no.
Anyways, but I guess, like, I really, really liked this guy, and I thought that he liked me back, and he kept, like, saying, like, oh, like, we're exclusive, blah, 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 but only on my end were we exclusive and not on his end.
Wait, so you couldn't see other people, but he could see other people? That's...
And you know what? You know what I had to do? I just had to stop, like, seeing him, which kind of worked because I moved away.
Mm-hmm.
So that made it a little bit easier. But, I mean, you just have to cut off like...
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like, if you actually genuinely want to stop being emotionally invested, then you have to stop emotionally investing in this person. But if you are okay with being emotionally invested while waiting for whatever decisions you guys make, then you just have to kind of...
Mm-hmm. And with that being said, if you cut off communication from your end, if they truly want to be with you, they will communicate with you.
Mm-hmm.
And that will kind of tell you where his head is at. What else were you going to say?
I was just going to say, I think you just have to be honest and be like, if you want a relationship with him, you have to say, I want a relationship. It kind of sounds you guys are already doing everything that you would do in a relationship anyway. Mm-hmm. So I would just be like, hey, this is what I want. What do you want? Just straightforward. And if he gives you an answer that you're okay with, if he says, I want a relationship, and then you guys start dating, great. If he says, I need time, and you're okay with that, then give him time. If you're not okay with that, leave.
Mm-hmm. And I've had this conversation with a lot of friends of, oh, it's just a label. Like, I don't need to, like, have the label of boyfriend, girlfriend on it. Okay, if it's just a label, then put a label on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's my, like, take on that. If it's just label, then put a label on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
And then back to the question of how long should I wait for him to make up his mind? There's not really, like, a
that's
set
up to you.
time.
Like, how long are you okay with waiting for him to make up
Yeah,
his
I mean,
mind?
you guys have known each other for a few months now.
Yeah.
I would say, like, no longer than a month. On
Yeah.
if, like, he wants to, like, actually, like, be boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're like, who is there? Anyway, unless you, like, are okay with where you are and you're content with the relationship that you have, if it truly is just about, that confuses me. If they're exclusive and going on dates and trips and not seeing anybody else, that sounds like a relationship to me. I mean, I guess it might not be, but it's the exclusive part that kind of gets me. Like, why can't you call each other girlfriend and boyfriend if you're exclusive already? I mean, I get that he was, like, hurt in the past, but it sounds like you've got a good thing going, so I don't know why you wouldn't just go for it.
Right. Because, I mean, with my current boyfriend at the beginning, we were both like, oh, like, I'm not ready for a relationship and blah, blah, blah. And then we really hit it off and we had a great spark. And then probably within a month of us, like, talking, we were dating. And it's really funny because we both said we don't want a relationship. So,
Yeah.
I mean, hey, if you guys just kept the ball rolling where you're going, it could work out.
Yeah. I would just, it really depends if you feel like you were being hurt more than you were having, like, a good time here. And you feel like, I don't know, you feel like you're not being treated like you should be treated, or you're not getting what you deserve, then you need to decide if it's worth it or not. But if you're, like, chilling with just kind of, like, what you're doing now, I would communicate with him and just see where things are going to go and where things will lead.
How would you start that conversation?
I would be like, okay, so I know when we met, we both agreed that we didn't want a relationship, but things have changed since then, and I just want to know where you are at on the relationship. If you want one, if you don't want one, then what is this? I don't know. What about you?
Probably the same. I'd probably be like, honestly, probably the same. I would say, like, I know we both said we didn't want a relationship, but now I want a relationship. And if you're just going to waste my time, then I'm going to leave.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is easier said than done. 100%.
Right. But yeah, no, it kind of sounds like you guys are... It doesn't seem like there's any problems besides just what you are, so I would just bring it up and talk about it. Yeah. Shall we move on?
I think we should move on.
Okay, so this one's like 2 people kind of submitted similar things. We're just going to talk about both at the same time. Do you want to
Should I
read
say
them?
it? Okay. So I struggle with committing to one person. I want a boyfriend or girlfriend, but I also don't want to commit. Help! Sorry. I had to add that
Help! Okay, so one person says, I struggle with committing to one person. And then one person wants a boyfriend or girlfriend, but they don't want to commit.
Hold on. I want to ask you, are you a person that has trouble with commitment?
Oh, miss, I don't want to throw out all my dirty laundry.
I mean, that's just yes or no.
Yes. Well, I am a... Didn't know I was going to get interrogated over here. No, I mean, it's not necessarily that I struggle with commitment. I just, I don't think it's necessary right now. It's not something that I need right now.
Right.
So it's not like I want it so bad, but like I can't do it, and it's like hard for me to commit. I just genuinely don't really feel like doing that.
I mean,
right
I feel like there's a difference between not wanting something right now and having an issue with committing to someone.
Yeah.
Like the person on our last episode.
Oh, the cheating?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which reminds me, if you haven't watched episode 1 yet, you should go listen to that right now.
What the fuck are you doing? No, but I think, yeah, there's a difference between, like, I have a problem with it, I really want it, but, like, it's difficult for me to, like, settle down with one person, And then there's also just the, like, I don't want to settle down with one person. I think if it happened, I would be fine with it, but it just, I don't really feel like it right now. But for this person, or these two people, if you want a boyfriend or a girlfriend, but you don't want commitment, they're kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Friends with benefits.
Sure. Go for it. I mean,
I don't know. I mean, like, I guess it's a loophole to, like, still having a boyfriend or girlfriend.
But they're just buddies. But is there, like, the emotional, like, attachment with a friends with benefits situation, though?
I don't know. I've never really, like, had one.
Yeah.
That I'm gonna admit to.
So you have. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if you want a boyfriend or a girlfriend, think about, like, what it is about a boyfriend or a girlfriend that you want. You want somebody to, like the first person, what do they say they do? They hook up, they go on day trips, they go on dates. Like, you want all of that.
Right.
That involves commitment. So what is it about commitment that you don't want? Is it just, like, you don't want to be with one person? Because then date around and do those things with a bunch of different people and have a bunch of different boyfriends and girlfriends. If you want, I'm just saying.
Okay, sorry. I realized I can't see me nodding and agreeing with you, so I agree with that statement.
I don't know. What do you think? What are your thoughts on commitment? You have a boyfriend, but
I don't know. I don't think I've ever really, like, struggled with commitment. I've definitely been in the place of, like, I don't want commitment right now, so I'm not going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a difference, like we discussed. But I mean, I feel like if you don't want to commit to someone, don't half commit to someone, because that person is going to end up hurt.
Yeah.
And you're going to feel like a shitty person.
I don't know how much you can, if you feel wishy-washy about getting into a relationship with somebody, I think that to a certain level you have to have, like, confidence that you are okay with what you're going into, and you have to, like, fully commit to a person if it's going to be, like, a committed monogamous relationship.
Yeah, it's like having children. If you're not 100% on having children, don't have children.
Yeah, that's jumping a couple of steps. This person doesn't even have a boyfriend.
Okay, but still, I mean, it's like,
but you're right.
It's like buying a house or buying a car. It's a big decision.
Yeah.
And if you're, like, wishy-washy on it, don't do it, because it's going to end up in turmoil.
Yeah, I suppose. And the other person, too, struggling to commit to one person. Oh, my God. You don't have to. If you don't want to. You can be with more people than one person. No one said that you have to have one person. You can have hoes.
Yeah. You can have a Rasta.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, like, having a roster is fun. You can do that.
Yeah, I mean, that's not even just to say, like, go, like, be with a bunch of different people and, like, sleep around. You can have emotional relationships to more than one person, too. You can do whatever you want. You can go and just, like, sleep with people. But you can also, like, explore your options. You don't have to, like, that's the thing that I struggled with when I first started dating. You find one person who, like, is interested in you, and you just go for it because that person's interested in you. Don't commit to something if you're not 100% into it, like we just said.
Have you ever been, like, pressured into a relationship?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it sucks.
Yeah, it sucks, because then it's, like, a few months down the line, you're like, this person is ugly.
Yeah, this person is
like,
a piece of shit.
This person sucks. What am I doing here? And then you stay there for a little longer, and then you're like, oh, okay, I didn't want to do that ever.
Now I'm in therapy and on antidepressants.
Yeah. Fun. But, like, for real, though, not saying that if you get into a committed relationship, you're gonna go to therapy and go on antidepressants.
No. Just make sure you're 100% with it.
Make sure you think the person is not ugly.
Right. You gotta be attracted to the person for it to work. But also, I mean, you also have to like their personality.
You have to like them, yeah.
Yeah, you have to like the person. You have to genuinely like the person.
Yeah. I don't know if we've said anything I feel like we've given advice.
I feel like yeah. I mean, like, there is no one straightforward answer. I'm manspreading right now. There is no one straightforward answer.
Yeah. If you want a boyfriend or girlfriend but you don't want commitment.
Am I supposed to finish this sentence?
Yeah.
Make sure, I mean, explore before you commit to one person. If you're really like, I want a boyfriend and girlfriend or girlfriend right now, explore your options first and then figure out who you want to be with.
You know what I think I don't know if it's going to make sense. I think let the person come first.
Good. Yeah.
Before you.
I'm coming to you. Wow.
Let the person come first. And if you really like them, it'll happen the way it's supposed to happen.
Right.
Don't
force a relationship.
Don't be going around being like, I don't know how to commit to somebody. I need a boyfriend, but I don't know how to commit to them. It's confusing, and if you're seeking something like that, it's just doesn't work out. It doesn't come naturally. Let it come naturally.
Yep.
And I'm saying that as a person who's not in a relationship. I'm not trying to be like, it's so easy to find somebody. Just let it come naturally. I don't have anybody. I'm saying just let it come naturally. You know?
Right. I mean, with my like most successful relationship, which is what I'm in right now, I mean, like, I had the mindset of like, I'm not looking for anything, like anything at all. Right person came along, bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah.
Here I am.
And if you want one person in your life, then you find the right person. I feel like the problems with commitment won't be as scary as you think they are.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't think commitment is that scary, personally.
Yeah. I mean, to me, I can see why it's scary. Just putting your full, like, trust into somebody and closing yourself off to other opportunities can be scary. But you gotta, if it's what you want, then you gotta just, like, go for it sometimes.
Someone's calling me. We're gonna have to put this on hold.
Answer it on camera. Didn't they know that we were recording our podcast right now?
I don't know.
Are we done with the commitment one?
I think so.
Okay. Next. How can I get over my ex-boyfriend?
Move.
Kill him. Sorry, okay. He was my first real relationship and is a complete failure now. Plus, I'm in a new relationship that's going really strong. However, he just lives in my mind rent-free. I don't yearn for him, but I will think about how angry I am with him for way too long. How can I put these angry feelings aside and just live in my life without thinking about this? Chud?
I think I was supposed to say chode.
Chode. I think it's chode, which is like...
Keep it PG. Keep it PG.
No, he's a chode.
Okay.
I love that you called him a complete failure because, yeah, he is.
Okay, you know what? I can relate to this situation.
So much, yeah.
Are you talking about me or you?
No, both. Us.
Yeah. Okay.
Besides the part, I'm not in a relationship that's really strong, but I can relate to this.
I do find myself thinking a lot. I'm like, oh my God, I'm still so angry at him for the shit that he did.
Is it the one that I know that you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We don't have to keep that in there, but
yeah. I mean, it takes time. It really, like, it takes time.
Yeah. It's really hard to put angry feelings aside because I get what you mean when you say you don't yearn for him. You just think about how angry he makes you, and I completely understand that, and don't feel guilty for him living in your mind rent-free, because if he made you angry, if he did things that made you angry, he's going to have a space in your head for a while, and it is hard to get rid of those feelings. You need to process your angry feelings. You can't just push them away or put them aside and move on necessarily. You can be in a new relationship, and I'm glad that your relationship's going strong, but it is absolutely okay to still have feelings and emotions from past experiences. It doesn't mean that you're not at a good place with your partner now. It just means that someone did something that affected you and it's still getting to you.
Right. My question is, did you ever get closure to, like, really, like, air out your feelings and just, like, say what needs to be said and just leave it at that?
Closure to me is just such a... I don't know how to describe it. It's so hard to get closure, I feel like, with these things. Especially, I don't know how your boyfriend treated you, but obviously he brought up some negative emotions. Situations like that, like, I have an ex-boyfriend who makes me very angry on, like, a daily basis.
Yep.
If I had a chance to air things out with him, I don't even know if that would help. I don't know how much
you
that
are,
would help. So, on one hand, I do think releasing your emotions, whether it's to him or just out in the air somehow, can be helpful. I'm not saying reconnect with your ex and talk to him. I don't think that's a good idea. But if you do have something to say,
go ahead and send it to our anonymous line.
Go ahead, just send it to us. Yeah, send it to us.
I mean, yeah, I find myself thinking all the time. It's like, oh, I wish I could just, like, have not a conversation. I wish I could just tell him, and yell at this person.
Yeah, and it sucks because sometimes you can't. And sometimes, honestly, you want that, and then you do it, and it doesn't even help anyway. And it just feeds into it a little bit more. So I think that you need to listen to yourself, and you need to listen to those angry feelings that you have inside. Don't try to shut them down or push them away. And you need to find a way to process them and put them somewhere, put them towards something. So I don't know, I write a lot. I like to write my feelings out on paper, or like paint and just like paint how I feel. Do something that gets those like emotions out of your head and get those like the words out of your head somehow, whatever it may be for you. Even honestly, if you're in a new relationship that's going really strong, it might help to talk to that person about it.
100%.
If they're like a good partner and you guys like have a good connection, they might be able to help you. And you know, it might be hard to be like, hey, I can't stop thinking about my ex, but like, don't start that way. Just be like,
no, just be like, I'm still hurting from some of the stuff that my ex did to me. Because I mean, like, that is like, it takes a long time to get over that stuff.
Honestly, there are certain things that people don't ever get over.
Right. I mean, I'm still carrying the weight of some shit.
Yeah, and that's totally okay. You might not ever get over it. It's shit you have to live with sometimes. Just like experience that you go through. So
right. And not just like, and we're not saying like, just deal with it. You just have to live with it. We're just like,
it's okay to feel that way, because you won't feel that way forever. Like, feelings come and go. You're not going to get rid of the anger. It's probably going to come back at some point in your life in some other way. You can find peace with what happened, but you just need to take care of yourself and actively try to do that by, I don't know, like I said, talking to somebody, getting your feelings out.
Therapy.
Yeah. Sorry your boyfriend was a chode.
I was just gonna say, can we go back to the chode part? I mean, also the fact that he's a complete failure now has got to make you feel a little better.
Yeah, I would like to think that my ex is a complete failure now.
I mean, I don't have to think, I know.
Yeah.
That mine is. So that makes me feel really good.
Yeah. But also I think it's important to think about how well you're doing. And you are in a new relationship that's going really strong. I'm sure you're not a failure.
Me?
No, this person.
Oh.
Did you submit this?
No, I mean, it really does sound like I did submit this, but I didn't submit this.
Me? What are you talking about? I didn't write this. You spelled chode wrong, Liv.
I didn't submit this.
No, yeah, but it seems like you're doing well, and I do think
I know. And I'm really happy that you're in a new relationship that's going really well.
Yeah.
Because there's always, like, you do need that one great relationship after a crappy one.
Yeah.
It's like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah. Yeah. I think there's something very comforting about thinking about that. I said think like 5 times in that sentence. I don't know. Like, you would have not met your new partner if you didn't go through these things.
Mm-hmm. Plus, you're going to carry a lot of lessons with you from a crappy relationship. You really do.
Yeah. And that's, like, shitty to think about. It's like, well, I didn't want to go through that, but I got these cool life lessons, I guess. But, I mean, it builds you up more than it knocks you down.
Correct.
Whether or not it feels that way.
How was this episode kind of heavy?
Yeah, it kind of was.
Should we, like, do a funny one?
Sure. Workout motivation. Bitch, if you could see us right now, I don't know.
I don't work out. Wrong place. But maybe I'll start working out and then we'll come on here. I was thinking, like, hey, in the summertime, I'm going to start working out.
And then you can bring this person.
Maybe.
All your new.
Maybe.
You're going to become a gym bro?
Maybe.
Oh, there's a person.
Hi, Caitlin. Caitlin, I know you're listening to this. Well, not right now, but you are going to listen to this. And you're featured. Okay.
Wait, did she submit one of these things?
No, she didn't, but I guess she was present.
Oh, gotcha. I'm like, you just exposed the shit out of Caitlin.
No.
You're featured, Caitlin. I know you don't know how to commit. Just kidding. That wasn't Caitlin.
Okay, I kind of want to do another one. What do you think?
Was it? Is it a bonus? Sure, because yeah, like 10 minutes of this is from your fucking phone call. So
Shut up.
We have some time.
Okay.
Pick out like one that's not really like heavy.
Okay.
We will talk about workout motivation eventually. I think we should get somebody on for that.
Go on hot girl walks?
Oh, we could do that.
Yeah, we should go on hot girl walks sometime.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
I don't know if that's necessarily workout I mean, I guess so. It's a workout.
Hey, you're outside. You're doing something.
True.
Okay, I think I picked one out.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm about to sneeze.
Lay it on. Oh, not to sneeze. Lay it on me.
Okay. I have an ex that I have to see most days at work. I cut off communication. What's funny about that?
It's not funny. I'm sorry. I just laughed the wrong moment.
I cut off communication several months ago, and she has made several attempts to start conversations with me. I still feel awkward. No, I still feel weird about the whole thing. Should I suck it up and try to be friends with her again?
No.
Or am I right to be feeling awkward?
Oh, no. Yeah, you're right to be feeling awkward.
100%, yeah.
Tell her to stop. Tell her to stop talking to you. If you've cut off communication already, it's very clear the message you are sending.
Right, and if you have tried to just give her the cold shoulder, yeah, I mean, you straight up have to say, I don't want to talk to you. You make me uncomfortable. You make it awkward. You bring up past feelings that I don't want to be feeling anymore.
Yeah, and like, if you wanted to be friends with an ex, I think it can work in some situations. But if you have to say that you're gonna suck it up and be friends with them, you don't want to be friends with them.
No.
So don't be friends with them. Put yourself first.
Right. Also, I mean, like, you have to like your friends.
Right. If someone said, oh, I guess I'll suck it up and be friends with Audrey, I don't want to be friends with them. I don't want to put them through that if they don't want to be friends with me.
I mean, I did have to, like, suck it up to, like, be friends with you at the beginning of the semester. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I had to suck it up to get into this recording studio and record this stupid podcast with you. I hate this.
All jokes. I mean, yeah. I mean,
last episode, guys. Okay.
This is hard.
It's really not. Don't be friends with them. They clearly don't respect you.
Right.
If they truly cared about you, they wouldn't be acting the way that they're acting. So I don't think it's a relationship that you should have, period. So don't suck it up and be friends with them. Listen to your feelings and your gut and say something. And I know it's hard, but just be like, I don't want to be your friend.
Yeah, that's good.
Bitch.
What's that one song? What's that one, like, TikTok
Chode.
sound? That one TikTok sound, it's like, and I don't like being around you. Or something like that. Because you make me feel bad.
Yeah.
You make me feel.
That's a BoJack Horseman.
I know.
Quote. Yeah.
I know. Yeah. I don't like being around you because you make me feel bad.
You make me feel.
I mean, yeah, just tell him to fuck off. Like, 100% just, like, fuck off.
Yeah.
All right. I think we've
Yeah.
covered. Yeah. Okay, I think...
Yeah. Next episode, I'm facing the wall. I'm not looking at you.
Whatever. Probably for the better. Okay, all right. Thank you.
Oh my god, I thought I was doing it.
Okay, well, you're taking too long.
Let's do it in unison. 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for listening. This was episode 2 of To Whom It May Concern. If you want to submit some more... Sorry.
What's wrong?
I'm just thinking of what to say.
Okay. If you would like to submit more drama or anything that you need advice on, go ahead and submit it on our anonymous form that's linked on our Instagram. Or you can email us at twimc.podcast@gmail.com. Or, I mean, you can find other ways to get into contact with us.
Yeah. Do you want my address? You can mail me a letter.
I mean, I had a friend of a friend. We sat down. She gave me some good stuff, which I think we should cover next week.
Find me on the streets.
Yeah. So next week we have an original story about deception and deceit.
Ooh.
I know. That's what I was pushing for this week, but no.
Juicy. Sorry,
all right.
You didn't push for it at all. Anyway.
I said whatever.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right, we'll see you next week. Thank you for listening.
Bye.